Hello and welcome to the video. I'm Jimmy the Mower and today we're going to be unboxing and assembling this Clarke engine repair table available from Machine Mart. So then, here we go. This is the first bit of equipment we've purchased for the new workshop and I'm really excited about it. I've been looking at one of these for years and it's a perfect excuse to get one. What it actually is just an engineering table that was going to sit here. We've got an adjustable height on there, which is great for me because, as you know, I'm quite tall. And round the edge there's a rim to catch all the oil, petrol leaks, whatever else you've got. And it goes into a bowl underneath, so we can happily work away with anything that we want to do without damaging the floor around us. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. There's also a little drawer in the side, keep a few tools and bits and pieces, and it's on wheels as well, so we can move it around. So we've got bigger machines in here, we can put them on the floor, smaller machines or just engines or little parts we can put on top. Now I'm really excited about this, so I'm going to tip it over, open the box, and we'll have a look at the parts and hopefully try and assemble it together. Now then, this is 70 kg in weight, so I may need some help getting the parts out the box. If I do, we've got young Felix standing by. Right, oh. They nearly disappeared, the instructions, they were stuck to the inside of the lid. Right, there's not a lot on there from what I can see. Two sides of A4. This side of it is basically the specifications, and over the other side is basically how it goes together. So we'll put those to one side and we'll see what bits we've got. I do like this red stuff, it's really nice and bright. Powder coated as well. Goodness me, that's heavy. Right, you better come in and help me lift it out the box. So we've got everything unpackaged and we've got it about. We've turned the table over upside down. Now you can put this on a piece of cardboard or something soft, but we've got nice PVC tiles on this floor in the new workshop, so we won't damage any of the paint. We've put all the bits and pieces in the oil pan there. We need a 14mm spanner and socket and a 10mm spanner and socket and a Phillips screwdriver. That's just about it really. It says number 1 on the instructions that we need to put on the oil pan runners. However, we've already done that on there. It came done like that from the factory. So maybe we got lucky, or maybe they're putting them on to start with. And then we're going to move on to stage 2, which is putting the legs on. Now the legs, they fit easily enough. There's just a couple of slots on there and one slot on there. So when they're fitting, 2 slots, 1 slot, and we just pop them in. And we'll assemble them in each corner. And then once we've done that, we can move on to the next stage. Right, I've got Felix with me, he'll give me a hand, so we'll just crack on with that. Catch you in a few minutes. Right then, so that's all 4 legs on and that was simple enough, eh? Great help with Felix there, just holding them up while we're going round. We haven't tightened them up fully, you can see there's a bit of play in each one of them. You don't tighten them up fully yet, just so we can get the shelf in position and whatever else in position. And then when we know that it's all as it should be, we can tighten it all up and turn it over. So next up is the shelf. This is it here. You've got an adjustable height for the shelf. You can put it on these holes that are down at the front and at the back. we're going to put it on the highest one, because when I'm using this table for demonstrations, I don't have to bend down too far to pick stuff up. And just for now, we're going to put it the normal way as it shows you in the instructions, with these folded over facing down, so we've got a nice flat shelf to work with. However, at a later date, I think we might turn the shelf upside down so we've got a bit of a lip on there. And the reason is, if we're putting nuts, bolts, screws, whatever it is underneath, we don't want them on the table getting covered in oil, or we've got spare parts, new parts, can put them underneath and they're not going to roll off, and then you're going to be sort of, you know, on your hands and knees on the floor trying to pick them up. But for now, we'll put it on as normal, and we just got to bolt it on again in the corner using the smaller ones. I think these are the M6, are they? I think round the edge, and these will go on, and then once that's bolted on, we can move on to the casters. Right, I need Felix's help for this one, so come back in and we'll get on with it. Hey, that shelf went on easy then, that's no bother, is it? Really easy with two people. Just a quick note, when we were putting them together, the way it shows, these are like the Phillips ones, so you're tightening them up there with a screwdriver. In fact, it's not a Phillips, it's an old crosshead, but that's what you need to use. And then just tighten them up at the end. These go through from the outside, so you haven't got anything protruding. We've got the bolt sticks through, we've got a little space on the inside, and then we're putting on there a flat washer, and that just covers over the little slot. So we've got the flat washer covering over the little slot that goes inside, and then we put a spring washer on there. The spring washer goes on there, and then the nut goes on, and the nut pushes against the spring, and then that'll give it the little bit of pressure it needs so it won't undo. So I'll just get a photo of that for you so you can have a close-up of how they go on. I'm sure if you bought one of these tables, you don't need me to tell you how to put nuts and bolts together, because you're going to be doing far greater things than that with it when you've got it. Right, onto the casters now. So casters sit on there like so and like so. And we've got the bigger nuts and bolts to go through here. I think these are M8s, I think. So they're a 14mm, aren't they? So they go through there. We put them on. I'm going to put them on from the bottom. So we'll put one in underneath like so. And then we'll put a spring washer on the top, and then we'll just spin this on finger tight. Now these ones you can tighten up straight away. We'll put that one on finger tight, and then like always we work opposite corners, don't we? So we put this one on, and then we'll put this one on over here. We're working diagonally, and then that way we know that everything's square when we put it on. So what I'm going to do is, if I can just find the other caster, is just show you. I'm going to put the two fixed ones on here, on this end, right? And then the two swivel ones with the brakes on the other end. So when we're moving it round, we can just literally lift it up. We'll put the drawer on the fixed end, I think. We can lift it up with a one end. These will be on the other end, and these can spin round. They're both working on the same side, so you've got full manoeuvrability. And then when you want to stop it in position, you can just press down and put the brake on, and you have a brake on one end and it won't move then. So that's how we'll do that. Right, I'll get Felix back in and we'll just quickly whip these on now, and we'll see you when we assemble it. Well, that's the casters on then. That was an easy enough job, eh? We've put the manoeuvrable casters on this end, and I'm going to put them over here where the drawer is, because if we put them where the drawer is, if we need to lift it up a little bit to manoeuvre it round, we can lift the light end up. If we're just moving it along a flat surface, it doesn't really matter. We'll just push it along. We've got the fixed ones there and the steering ones at this end. Another little thing about them is they'll sit on there and they're adjustable on height. So that'll be the highest height and that's the lowest height. However, because I'm quite tall, even when we're sitting down, I like the bench as high as I can really. So I'm going to put them on the highest height possible. So they'll fit over on that side. And also you'll notice that they spin freely, but there's a lock on there. So you can push the lock down and it'll lock it in position. Both of these on the one end makes it easy. It won't move along. So we'll put these ones over there, these ones over here. I'll just call Felix back in, hold him in position while we bolt them up, and then we can turn the table over. Right then, that's it. We're all fully assembled now. Casters on, shelf in place. Now, when we put it all together, we loosely assembled it, as in we put all the nuts and bolts in, but we didn't tighten them up straight away. The caster ones we tightened those up straight away because they're not relying on any other component. They're just on themselves, on their own there, so that's fine. But with the legs and things, they're all relying on everything else being square. So we work from this end down. We pulled these in first at the front, so the legs were pulled back and front, they're tight, and then with the slot at the side, we could lock those up. Same over on this side, and then the same with the shelf. The legs in this position, so we tightened up this one first to pull it across, tightened up this one secondly to pull it back, and then we tighten them in from side to side. So everything's tight. We've still got a little bit of tightening up to do on the top, but now's the exciting bit because we get to turn it over and see it stood upright for the first time. So we'll turn it over, we'll see it stood upright, and then we'll just tighten everything up, and then we can sit down and give it a quick test. Well, to say I'm chuffed to bits is an understatement. Look at that. We've turned it up the right way, we've been round and we've tightened everything up. It's absolutely solid, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm really, really chuffed with it, I really am. We've got this big table on the top here, so when we're stripping down engines or anything with diesel, petrol, oil in them, it'll all drop out onto here. You can never get rid of all the residue. There's always something, you know, going to be flowing about and onto your floor. So hopefully with this, we can get it on here, we can get it down to this drain hole, and then it should come out into the bucket at the front, and then we can just collect it up and dispose of it responsibly. Now, there's also a big drawer round on this side as well, which will be full of tools and other bits and pieces. You can see how far that comes out. My goodness, almost the width of the table. Great drawer, be full of stuff soon. So push that back in, nice smooth operation, and it's also lockable. So if you're somewhere where you need to lock it, lock it. However, be mindful, if you do lock it, you look at the key that comes with it, because they're like a little special star key. So I don't know where you get another one of those cut. So mine will stay open, I think. Right, now the moment of truth. We'll put all these tools away, and as we all do, I'm sure, I've got a cold cup of tea here that's been in here since we started putting this together. You forget to drink it, you've got a cold cup of tea. I'm going to pour it down the holes or pour it on the table and make sure it goes. I just put these instructions and things out the way, and then we'll pour it down and see how it works. So you won't see me do this very often, tip a cup of tea away, but here we go. I'm going to have to do it. It's stone cold and we've got no way of heating it up. Hopefully it just flows down in the holes over there and into your collection tub underneath. We'll put it down, and there we go. That's fine. You can see as it comes up here, it's folded in, and these are the guides that bring it down, and we've got them over this side as well, and it all just flows down. And if you've got any residue left, you can just give it a helping hand. I don't think you'll ever have that much oil or diesel or petrol left in an engine when you're stripping it down. You tend to get most of it out beforehand, but it just shows you, you know, how you can do it and how easy it is and how versatile it is. And we can give this a rub off and it's clean. There you go. What a great bit of kit. I'm really chuffed to have it. I really am. I hope you like the quick video there, the review and demonstration, and obviously how to put it together. If you did, give me the thumbs up. Subscribe if you can as well, please. If you've got anything nice to say, or would you like to see some other stuff from Machine Mart or Clarke, you can put that in the comments section below. The link to this and all the other things that we talk about are in the description. You can follow me at jimmythemower.com. That's my own website. There's loads more information on there. I really do appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. I'm Jimmy the Mower. I'll catch you on the next one.